Now I invite on stage Sachini Vijayawardana. She's going to recite a poem by Khalil Gibran on friendship. Can we have the lights of the audience, please? This poem is a timeless poem about friendship. It has been given to each and every one of you. You can even read it while she recites it.
And the youth said, "Speak to us of friendship." And he answered, saying, "Your friend is your needs answered. He is your field, which you sow with love and reap with thanksgiving. And he is your board and your fireside. For you come to him with your hunger, and you seek him for peace. When your friend speaks his mind, you fear not the nay in your own mind, nor do you withhold the eye. And when he is silent, your heart ceases not to listen to his heart. For without words, in friendship, all thoughts, all desires, all expectations are born and shared with joy that is unacclaimed. When you part from your friend, you grieve not. For that which you love most in him may be clearer in his absence, as the mountain to the climber is clearer from the plain. And let there be no purpose in friendship, save the deepening of the spirit. For love that seeks aught but the disclosure of its own mystery is not love, but a net cast forth, and only the unprofitable is caught. And let your best be for your friend. If he must know the ebb of your tide, let him know its flood also. For what is your friend that you should seek him with hours to kill? For it is his to fill your need, but not your emptiness. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed.
Thank you, Sachini. Can I ask you to stay on a little? Can I ask you a question about this poem?
Sure, ma'am.
Because you read it a couple of times to practice. What are your feelings about this poem by Khalil Gibran? You're a friend, you have friends.
So actually when I read this poem the first time, I got a vivid sort of picture and it was like a montage of my life and moments in my life that I've shared with my closest friends. And like the poem says about the fireside, I see visions of myself near a bonfire after a Girl Guide camp enjoying meals with my friends. And like it says about the mountains, I recall our first batch trip as a batch when we went to climb Humanitas. And there were a lot of helping hands pulling us along the way. And also when he talks about the flood, I remember of rainy days at school, especially a day after a parents' meeting, when we were soaked to our skin and like all the roads were flooded, and it was just that moment of being like shivering from the rain and feeling those pure emotions. And I think that, we've heard a lot of definitions about what friendship means, and often when we are put on the spot to, define friendship, we sort of revert to the idea that a friend is someone who is there in your need, right? A friend in need is a friend indeed. But I think that may be an oversimplification sometimes, and I see it more as it's not somebody who is there in your need, that you call for in your need, but rather when you need nothing at all, who do you turn to and who do you enjoy those pure emotions with, where you become laughter, where you become a smile, and where you are nothing but that moment and that emotion.
Thank you, Sachini. Profound thoughts from Sachini. Thank you, Sachini. Um, so, to friendships that break. First I'll ask Piyusha, what are your thoughts on this poem? Is there a part of this poem that you like?
The whole poem is actually, it's lovely. Each word of this is Khalil Gibran and it's on friendship. So it's really, really beautiful. So actually this really explains what friendship is. Like, I mean, Sachin explained that very beautifully, so I don't think I should go into more details on the poem itself. But it's really explains what friendship is.
Yes.